Real quick video for some of you guys. A lot of people know that I'm in the adult entertainment industry and management. If you know what that means, you know what that means. If you don't, whatever. A lot of you guys think being a pimp is cool. You think, I could do that. All I need is to get a stupid girl and just make her have sex with money and take her money. It's not even like that. These are some of the things you got to consider if you want to be a pimp. For one, it's the most admired and the most hated street profession you'll ever have. Half of the drug dealers love you, half of them hate you. Half of the mafia loves you, half of them hate you. Half of the squares love you because they want to be like you. They want to know what type of control you have. Half of them hate you. It's a very, very, very lonely business. Through time, you have to realize that you have to know your hoe, and your hoe cannot know you 100%. A lot of feelings and emotions you have to tuck away. And you have to have trusting pimp partners that you could tell shit to, that won't blab that shit all over the internet and look at you like you a sucker. So a lot of your emotions you have to just tuck away. You can love your hoe, but you can't be in love with her. You're a square, you want to be in love. You can't be in love with any of your hoes, man. You got to love them, and you can love them deeply, but you got to have game love. You can't be in love like a square. You cannot do it. That woman will destroy you. She likes your strength. She likes that alpha male energy. And when you fall in love, even as a square, you lose that alpha male energy. You give in. And when there's nothing else for her to earn, she'll just destroy you, man. She'll leave you. She'll be paying somebody else. Another thing you have to realize is you have to understand human nature. And once you become a P, you understand female nature is fucked up. We get down to the crux and the core. We get to the pure core of a woman. And a lot of men can't handle that shit. That's why a lot of men beat on women, whether they're pimps or whether they're squares and all that shit. You don't want to be a pimp that beats on women. Another thing is, in the game, pimps abhor men that beat women. I know a lot of you squares are like, that's not real, because y'all watch a lot of movies and shit. Movies is fake. Movies do shit for entertainment purposes. Just like this video, disclaimer, is entertainment purposes only. I'm speaking on shit that I know from over 7 years ago. Okay? But pimps don't beat on women to control them. In game, you guys like to use game, and you think game is lying. Game is not lying to a woman. Game is telling a woman the exact truth, her accepting that truth and going along with it. That's game. So that's another thing. You want to be a pimp, you got to stop lying. You have to stand on what you say. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. These women are some of the strongest women you'll ever meet. Don't think they're stupid. They're not stupid. They know what they're doing. They're not forced. They're strong women, and they hold you accountable for what you say. And most of these hoes, they hold themselves accountable for what they say and do. They're some of the only women that will apologize and tell you they're wrong and do what they have to do to make it right. You won't find a lot of that in the square world. Another thing about becoming a pimp, you're going to lose friends and family members. You may lose daughters. You may lose brothers. You may lose your mother, your father. And I don't mean in death. They'll turn their back on you. Like I say, it can be a love profession, and it can be one of the most hated professions. So you got to develop a thick skin. Some men will admire the fuck out of you because they figure you have this crazy control over women, and some men will hate you, especially law enforcement, because law enforcement, they really want to be like you. They'll hate you. So you got to consider that. And then when you first start in the game, if you got a girlfriend, you got two choices, man. You got to make her your first hoe or break up with her and find a hoe. You can't have a girlfriend and have hoes, because that means ultimately your girlfriend is in control because she does nothing while the other girls work. Those women are like your wives. It's like a polyamorous or a poly-like relationship with a money-making twist. And you have to deal with multiple attitudes, multiple minds, and multiple bodies all at the same time. Sounds easy. You guys fuss with the one bitch you got. You can't stand her, right? She make you sick, all that stuff. Imagine having 6 of them. 6. 6 different people, 6 different personalities, 6 different attitudes, 6 different emotions, all vying for time. You got to split your time between them. Plus, you might, if you're smart enough, have a business. Plus, you might have kids in the family that still fuck with you. All that's going on while you're pimping. That's why they say pimping is not easy. It's not just taking money. All right. You have to satisfy all of these women. And see, you're a square. You like satisfy. Ooh, I fuck them all. I'm not talking about sex. Mentally and emotionally, you have to satisfy these women, and you have to motivate them to work, and you have to stop infighting and all that type of stuff. It is not easy. And then let's say you're successful, but you take a great fall. A lot of pimps won't even help you. They'll laugh at you. They'll tell you, stay down, man, stay down and come up. They'll never tell you how to come up. If you get a job, they'll laugh at you. If you sell drugs, they'll laugh at you. Most pimps just want you to walk the street broke, and magically the pimp god is going to sprinkle some pimp game, and 3 bad bitches going to come and just going to take you back to the heights you've never been before. Fantasy shit. Most of your comrades at arms hate you. Pimps don't get along. You might have 3 or 4 good pimp partners. That's it. Pimps don't get along. I personally feel if white people ran this shit, it would be more like the mafia, and there would be set rules nationwide. It's a bunch of lone wolves out here, and everybody has their idea of what pimping is. So then you get confused. You don't know what pimping is. You got to have your version of it. You got to stay true to the core principles. I won't name them on here. And that's all you got to do. Don't worry about the next man. But if it's not in you, don't do it. There's a saying in the game, if it's not in you, it's not on you. You can't drape it over you. It's got to be in your heart. You're not born a pimp, but you're born with certain qualities, certain morals, certain standards that will make you a good one if you decide to do it. If you don't have those, if you're too jealous-hearted, don't do this. Don't do it if you're jealous-hearted. If you're too violent, don't do this. And the most important, if you don't have patience, do not do this. All right? And it's not brainwashing. You can't get anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. They already had an idea of it. When you think you turned a girl out, or you knocked her, or you did this or did that, if you did decide to do this and you're further along, you didn't turn anything out. She just decided to do it with you. You're the person she felt safest to do it with. It's not some CIA, MK Ultra mind control thing. Because if pimps were that good, every pimp would be working for the CIA around the world. They get recruited. So it's not that type of party. They're not stupid. They know what they want to do. And if you do this, you can get killed. A boyfriend can kill you. Ex-boyfriend can kill you. A brother, a husband, some gangbanger because you knocked him for his girl. It can be dangerous. It's a no-contact sport. We verbally spar with each other, but we never get violent. That's one of the best things about it. That's one thing that I can say. If you want to be a pimp, you really don't have to worry about violence like that. You have to stay aware, because in 2021, from 2010 all the way up to now, it's a bunch of boyfriends, rappers, gangbangers. And also, speaking of that, if you do want to be a pimp first. Don't get in the game because you want a rap career, or you want some re-up money, or you want some scamming money to buy some numbers. Don't do all that, because you're going to waste this woman's life. She's going to give herself to you totally, and you're taking the money and investing that shit into more illegal shit. That's stupid. On this channel, I don't give a damn what you do. I don't care about laws. If you do illegal stuff, that's on you. Long as you flip it and make it right at some point. You have to. You have to, whichever way you can do it. But don't take a negative and invest it into another negative. 2 negatives don't make a positive, Jack. That's stupid. So don't use it for short-term gain. Learn it, appreciate it, love the lifestyle, learn what you're good at that you can invest in, and then get out gracefully. If you even get past, even if you get up to this point, I would advise you not to do it. I would advise you to learn a trade or learn something that you really love or go to college. I would never advise any man to become a pimp, man. Stay a square, love a woman, raise a family. Because for a lot of y'all, this shit ain't for you. Church. If you enjoyed the content, like, share, and subscribe. Church.